Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this in the world. I hope you guys are doing okay. So today we're going to be talking about the Sonic Fox and Arslan Ash situation that was on Twitter. And I did see it originally and I decided not to speak about it because it didn't really seem like a big deal. But I got a lot of people messaging me saying, oh, you should look into what else has gone on, because when I saw it, there was not really much going on. Sonic Fox made a comment about Zafina, Arslan Ash disagreed, and then I tuned out. I didn't think anything else was going on. But there seem to have been some developments. Now, what I will say before we go on with this video is that this is really not that deep. It's not like a serious thing that's happened. It's not even an egregious thing that's happened. But I will speak on it and I'll give my thoughts on the situation. Also, for anyone that has any tips on how to approach a match with Kazuya, I'd really appreciate it. This is my first time using him, so you'll be seeing some gameplay of me using Kazuya in the background. And I can kind of do Electric Wing God Fist, but I cannot wave dash to save my life. I know what the input is, but I just can't get it down consistently. So if you have any tips, drop them in the comment section below. This is my first time using the character, so I apologize for the less than stellar gameplay. But anyway, on to the topic at hand. So Sonic Fox posted this comment that said, Zafina is A+ tier trust. And when I saw this comment, I saw a lot of people taking issue with it because I know Sonic Fox has sort of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and now he's entered a new space. People kind of don't want to hear his voice because he's not regarded as the top player. He wouldn't even be regarded as being near the top, as far as I'm aware anyway. Shadow20Z said, just gotta believe. Sonic Fox replied saying, finally beat Ninja in a set using what I knew is broken, and that's when I knew she's OD. She might even be better than her Tekken 7 variant. Now, I don't know what Sonic Fox's understanding and knowledges of Tekken 7. I didn't know he had any, but fair enough. I can't see her being better than her Tekken 7 variant, or at the very least being as competent as what she was in Tekken 7, because she seemed like a nightmare to deal with in Tekken 7. Although I kind of agree with Sonic Fox with the sentiment that she is very powerful in this game. I think she's being overlooked. Sonic Fox then said, this dude Ninja Killer has been killing me in Tekken 8 since the game released, but I finally got him in the first attempt with Zafina of all characters. I'm telling you, this character is high tier, almost top tier. She's just different in this game, that's all. And then Arslan Ash replied, nah, don't fall for it. So Arslan Ash is basically the greatest Tekken player that's ever lived. People were saying that he's just the best Tekken 7 player, but I would go as far as to say this guy is just #1. I know Nee has more credentials to his name and more achievements overall, but I think Arslan may be the best Tekken player of all time. That's just my opinion anyway. So if you're looking for an informed opinion, Arslan may be the one that you go to. Now, I disagree with Arslan in this video, and I actually agree with Sonic Fox a little bit more. You know, I tried to keep it objective. I'm keeping my personal feelings towards Sonic Fox out of this. I agree with Sonic Fox's take on Zafina a little bit more than what Arslan's take is. Sonic Fox then responds saying, trust Arslan, trust. Her offense is so broken in this game, especially in heat. And then Arslan says, I believe when you win something big with her. I think people saw this as Arslan taking a shot. Now, I've been watching Arslan play on the competitive circuit for a number of years now, and he seems like a very humble, down-to-earth guy that doesn't really go out of his way to start Twitter arguments or Twitter beef. And I didn't take this as a shot towards Sonic Fox. Now, this is where I stopped reading. This is where I tuned out. I wasn't originally going to speak about it. You have Mena RD here laughing at Sonic Fox. Sonic Fox replying saying, give me time. And then this really weird comment that I saw where it said, yeah, and you betrayed her. You now made her useless by playing her so well in Tekken 7. They nerfed her. Hope you're happy. I hope that that's a joke and not a serious comment, because that is quite honestly pathetic. Also, Tekken 8 is very new, and although Arslan is the top player, a lot of things are going to change, and it's not to say other players won't come along and show Arslan something that he wasn't really privy to. So then Nee and Arslan Ash posted this video basically trashing the character, and you take a look at it here.
Zafina's not fun.
Yeah.
No need to play Zafina. No need to play Zafina.
No need to play
Yeah,
Zafina.
yeah. Just to say this is trash.
Yes, it's trash.
Yeah.
Worse than trash.
Yeah.
And then Sonic Fox responded saying, I have my work cut out for me then. Starscream says, trash in what sense? Cheap frames or lack of poke and prodding, because she's nothing like her Tekken 7 variant. And that's him obviously responding to Arslan and Nee saying that she's trash. And then people sort of took this as Arslan and Nee shutting Sonic Fox out. Now, I've been on here saying multiple times I don't like Sonic Fox very much. I don't like the way he behaves on Twitter and at tournaments and from what I've seen. But if I'm being objective here, this doesn't look like a big deal. It looks like a bit of a nothing sandwich. And because Sonic Fox has crossed over into a game that he's somewhat unfamiliar with compared to the NRS counterparts. I think people are seeing this as an opportunity now to take everything that they might see on Twitter and turn it into something that it's not. Now, Sonic Fox is obviously entitled to his opinion. If he believes that Zafina is top tier, then he's going to have to prove it. If Arslan, Ash, and Nee, the two best players in the world, are laughing at that take and saying that she's trash, he's really going to have to prove it. Arslan responded here saying, damn, why are you guys making it a big deal? Because there were some comments that were basically making out like Arslan and Sonic Fox had some sort of beef now, or that Arslan was calling him out. Alex Gakil says, it's probably the way you said it that made people take it the wrong way. We all know you didn't mean it in a rude way though. I didn't really see it as him being aggressive. I didn't even take it that way. That's why originally I wasn't really going to speak about it. It seemed like nothing. And then my guy Sikanda, he says, because in Mortal Kombat he jumps to conclusions very quickly and has the ego bigger than Pakistan itself. Basically, what I wanted to get across in this video is that I'll give you my opinion on Zafina and the whole topic, and then my opinion on Sonic Fox. Now, Sonic Fox has rubbed people the wrong way a lot, and Mortal Kombat 1 is all but dead. Apparently there's something coming out for Mortal Kombat 1. I don't like covering leaks, but there's been some things that have been leaked about Mortal Kombat 1 that sound very promising. I don't really believe them. If you guys want to hear about the leaks, you can go look at Diff's channel or other people's channels. I don't really want to talk about leaks. I've done them before. I actually regret covering leaks. I don't like the idea that people data mine and leak content about games when people spend hours working on them. I know that NRS and WB have kind of messed us up, so I have less sympathy for them, but just to stay consistent with my beliefs, I'm not going to cover them. But they sound interesting. I did read them over. Maybe Mortal Kombat 1 can find its way back if it's to be believed, but I highly doubt it. But anyway, Mortal Kombat 1 is all but dead in reality, and so Sonic Fox has crossed over into Tekken, which is very much thriving at this point. He's given his take on a character that a lot of people regard to be quite weak. I'm actually in agreement with Sonic Fox in this. I think Zafina is being slept on. I picked up Zafina for a very small period of time, and I know I'm nowhere near Arslan, Ash, or Nee's level, but even I was thinking, why are people sleeping on this character? I feel like someone's going to pick her and run through a tournament. Is she better than her Tekken 7 counterpart? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, they're completely different games. People are making the same assessments about Feng Wei. They're saying that he's been absolutely gutted, but the way Feng Wei operates in Tekken 8 is completely different to Tekken 7. So whilst you might be able to put them side by side and say the Tekken 7 version is better, Tekken 8 is so different that he might be as competent within this game. Now, I'm just spitballing there. I'm not saying that that's a fact. I'm definitely not the gospel truth on who is good and who isn't in this game. But I think that if Sonic Fox is going to prove himself in this is really the perfect way to do it. Now, to give credit to Sonic Fox, I believe that he is like Tekken God rank or God of Destruction or something, and it's not easy getting there. Even during the game's early lifespan, it's not easy getting to God of Destruction. So, personal feelings aside, Sonic Fox is at God of Destruction, one of those higher ranks. More power to him. If he was able to beat Ninja Killer, who is apparently very good at Tekken 7 and even better at Tekken 8, then more power to him. He has his work cut out for him. Obviously, the community is going to be very much against him. I don't really want to see Sonic Fox winning this game. If I'm being honest with you guys, I'm giving my 100% honest feelings. It would bring me some minor joy to watch him get mollywopped by the better players in this. Now, having a God of Destruction rank in this game does not mean that you are high level. And this is something that I want to stress to people watching this that might think that because Sonic Fox has obtained that level, that he's someone that should be taken seriously or is a serious contender to start winning major Tekken tournaments. And that's just not the case. Now, the best example I can use of this is the main man Sway. I don't know if you guys watch him on YouTube. Most people that are clued in with Tekken Online are clued into main man's content. He's my favorite Tekken content creator, and I watch all of his videos. I think his Kazuya is absolutely amazing. He was the reason why I wanted to try Kazuya myself, which is why you're seeing Kazuya in the background now. And as good as I think he is, and as good as his execution is, the main man cannot and probably will not ever win a major Tekken 8 tournament. Now, cannot is a harsh thing to say because obviously if you try hard enough, maybe you can overcome the people right at the top, but it would be incredibly difficult. What I'm basically trying to say, maybe not explain it the best way I can, is that even though he's an incredible player, the ceiling in Tekken is so incredibly high that someone like the main man, who would absolutely wipe the floor with me, I make no qualms about that, I would absolutely get destroyed by him, he would likely get absolutely destroyed by Arslan Ash and Nee and Kokoma and those sort of players. And even then, if you don't take the top 8 players in the world and you just go to the top 16, he'd likely be destroyed. If you take the top 32 in a tournament, main man will likely not make it through if you're taking the best players. And I don't think that Sonic Fox, from what I've seen, can beat the main man in a set. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's a set out there where he did overcome him, but I think if they played a long set, I think main man's experience will overwhelm Sonic Fox and basically end up stomping him out. The skill ceiling in this game is so absurdly high that I'm telling you guys, you're going to come across people where you're like, wow, this guy is sick, and then that guy is going to come across somebody else and they are going to stomp him out. My friends will say to me, oh Mike, you're the best at Tekken, blah blah blah, and I'm there like, yeah, I'm the best, I'm the best. I know in the back of my head I'm not even close. Not even close. I'm not even a drop in the ocean. I can beat regular Joe Schmoes, but as soon as you get into that intermediate level, and I'd say low intermediate level, I wouldn't even really even put myself at mid. I'm competent at Tekken, I know how to get around. You start to really understand that these are shark infested waters. Now, like I said, I'm always honest with you guys. Sometimes I rub you the wrong way. It is what it is. That happens when you open your mouth on YouTube. But I think it would be quite funny to watch Sonic Fox losing on this game. I'm sorry, that's the prick inside of me speaking, if I'm being completely 100 with you. But I'm here to see Sonic Fox prove Arslan and Nee wrong, because I think that story would be quite funny as well. The Mortal Kombat guy, who is regarded as the best Mortal Kombat player, or one of the best, or the best overall NRS player, crossing over into Tekken and proving all the quotation marks haters wrong. I think that would be quite funny as well, and I'm happy to be proven wrong. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Sonic Fox is going to win any majors on Tekken 8, if I'm being honest with you. Do I think Sonic Fox is going to stick around for Tekken 8? No, probably not. I think if this leak is to be believed in Mortal Kombat, then it might pump some more life back into the game. Maybe they'll get some money behind it. Sonic Fox would be off to play Mortal Kombat again where he's safe. And I don't mean that in a rude way. It's just that, like I said, Tekken 8 is shark infested waters. The chances of somebody like Sonic Fox overcoming somebody like Arslan Ash, who is all the way involved, and I don't think Sonic Fox is, I think Sonic Fox has his hands in multiple pies, is very, very, very slim. But that's just my take on it. As for this little Twitter spat, this little Twitter non-beef, I didn't really originally want to cover it just because it didn't seem like much of a problem. It just seemed like Arslan Ash was basically letting him know that no, you don't understand the levels. What looks broken to you is not going to be broken to us because we're just a whole other level. Maybe that's hard for someone like Sonic Fox to register because the levels in Tekken are so much higher than anything he's played before. And I don't mean that from like an elitist standpoint, because Tekken's my favorite fighting game. It's just that when you look at like Mortal Kombat, for example, we use as a frame of reference, the mid to high level, there aren't as many steps to get there. There aren't as many steps to appear like a strong player in Mortal Kombat. There's definitely steps to go through, and there's definitely levels to it, and there's players that are better than others, and there's players that can exploit you because they have the knowledge, but the levels are not the same. They're completely different when it comes to Tekken. There are so many more levels, and I'm telling you, even when you see Lord of Destruction ranks in Tekken 8, those players may not necessarily be able to hold a candle to somebody like Arslan Ash, let alone other players that appear in the top 8, top 16 or top 32 of the tournaments worldwide. Last thing I'll say on this is never forget that Panda is considered to be one of the worst characters, if not the worst character in Tekken 7, and Panda is a character that won the Tekken World Tour in the finals and did it in convincing fashion. So terrible by Tekken standards is not the same as other fighting games. Terrible in this game is still extremely competent. My advice to people, even though Arslan believes she's trash, I wouldn't sleep on her. One thing that tends to happen in Tekken very, very often is nobody will play a character and then this character will get picked, and because every character has over 100 moves, everyone will be blindsided. So if Sonic is playing Zafina, I think people should probably keep their eye on her. I would say don't sleep on any character. Even when Arslan and Ash is saying that she's trash and they're the two best players, don't take her lightly. Don't take any character in this game lightly, no matter what people say, because if characters in Tekken were truly trash, then what was Panda doing in the Tekken World Tour Finals? So that's my take on the situation, guys. Thank you for watching. There was actually another video planned for today, but I thought I'd put this one out first. I hope you guys enjoy it and stick around for the next one. I'll catch you guys soon.